Hospital approach.
Thank you. It's display takeoff. Coming left.
6.
Let's check.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
7. Lights on. Go. Power. Take your parking brakes. Right. Rolling. Now. Throttling. Back.
turn.
Coming left. Now. Holding. Back. Now.
Approach.
Jet 6.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, a very warm welcome to the virtual Red Arrows display of 2024. It is our greatest pleasure to be performing for you at this year's Virtual International Air Festival. My name is Gareth Moore, callsign 104th Maverick, and I am Red 10, the team supervisor from the virtual Red Arrows. The team has been putting in immense effort into our training in order to display our routine for you today. This year, the team hasn't made it to the full 8 pilots of the 2023 season. The 7 pilots will be performing a reduced routine in contrast to the usual 8 pilots that would have been seen in 2023. This display is based on last year's RAF Red Arrows 2023 display, coinciding with our mission to closely replicate their displays as accurately as possible. The Virtual Red Arrows was founded in 2005, having previously performed at various virtual air shows such as VFAT, VUAF, and the Virtual Summer Air Festival. In 2020 and 2021, we were given the amazing opportunity to perform on behalf of the real RAF Red Arrows at the Virtual International Air Tattoo. Superbly operating the camera today, we have Red 11, Ruth Evans, callsign Squarey. Squarey from Sweden joined the team in 2017 and works as a personal assistant and photographer. In her free time, Squarey enjoys pursuing her equestrian interests and taking part in dressage competitions. The virtual Red Arrows have added another level of complexity to our training. Just like our real-life counterparts, we train for all 3 types of display routines. These are flat, rolling and full displays, depending on the cloud base and visibility at the show site. The jet's just passing behind us, taking a short route, setting up for the start of the show. My job today is primarily supervision, but I will of course be giving you some more information about the team and letting you hear some of the radio transmissions during the display. The aircraft you see in front of you today is a custom-made Hawk T1. The Hawk T1 is a fast jet trainer that served with the Royal Air Force since 1976 and was first adopted by the Red Arrows in 1979. As of March last year, the Red Arrows became the sole operator of the Hawk T1 in the United Kingdom. Looking behind us now, you can see the nose lights of the jets running in. VIAF, get ready for a loud and colourful arrival. Please put your hands together and get your cameras ready for your 2024 Virtual Red Arrows. With the red, white and blue trailing behind them. Red 1 calling and pulling up, bringing the aircraft into the vertical to start the show full. This means we will be giving the pleasure of seeing the team's looping and rolling manoeuvres. The white smoke comes on as they collapse into 8 Arrow. They reach the top of the loop at approximately 6,000 feet over the top. The smoke comes off as Red 1 brings them back down to the display line. As Red 1 brings him around to the left, you hear the voice of Red 1. Red 1, that is Daniel Grove, call sign Slider. Slider from the UK, first joined the team in 2014 and is now in his 4th year as the team lead. Slider is a retail assistant and in his free time works as an adult volunteer with the Royal Air Force Air Cadets.
Smoke on. Go.
The smoke comes on as Red 1 continues to bring them round to the left for the 8 Arrow present. Keep your eye on the formation now for a dynamic shape change as Red 7 performs a rollback and changes the shape from 8 Arrow into Vixen.
Go. Coming. Right. Holding the bank. Now. Tightening.
As Red 1 brings the team around to the right, you can now see the Vixen formation.
Rolling. Easing up.
Now pulling up to the right, get your cameras ready for the Vixen roll. As the team rolls to the left on the right hand side of Red 1, closest to Red 2, that is Stefan König, call sign Shepherd. Shepherd in his first year with the team is an experienced helicopter pilot from Germany. Flying as an army aviator, he has flown several different types of helicopters throughout his career and is now serving his duty as a search and rescue officer.
Right. Now. Holding the bank. Now. Up on them. Go.
4, 5.
You can now see the team has moved into our first space-themed shape. The smoke comes on as Red 1 gets them ready to pull up for the Apollo loop.
Go.
Smoke on. Go. Rolling. Out. And pulling up.
Once again, the team pulls up at over 400 miles per hour at between 4 and 5G. They reach a height once again of over 5.5 to 6,000 feet. The aircraft are now slowing down to approximately 110 to 120 miles per hour, which means that the controls are a lot less effective, making the pilots work extremely hard to maintain formation. Conversely now, the aircraft are starting to accelerate through 2, 3 and back to 400 miles per hour as the controls become even more effective, which means the pilots are now working in the opposite sense, controlling a more responsive aircraft as they come around to the left for the Apollo present. On the left-hand side of Red 1 is Red 3, Sean Wyatt, call sign Pebbles. Pebbles is also in his first year with the team. He served in the Canadian Navy for 29 years as a combat systems engineer and is now retired. Sean joined the team in April 2024. Reds 2 and 3, smoke comes on as the entire section moves its way rearwards for the second of our space-themed shapes. This is all the while Red 1 is banking the formation at approximately 3G around to the left, making the move even more difficult. You can see Reds 4 and 5 all the way back at the formation, making it extremely difficult for them as they take all their formation references from Red 1. Being that far back, it's extremely difficult then for them to be able to see Red 1 as the smoke goes on and off for the Eagle present.
Holding the bank. Now. Light. Go.
Reds 4 and 5 smoke as they make their way forwards to sit alongside Reds 2 and 3. In May 2023, the Royal Air Force celebrated the 80th anniversary of Operation Chastise, the most famous mission from World War II to take out the dams in the Ruhr Valley. This mission was, of course, carried out by the famous 617 Squadron, the Dam Busters. This squadron still flies in today's Royal Air Force, now operating the latest 5th generation Ultra F-35. This is the Lightning Roll. As the team rolls to the left, on the far right-hand side is Red 4, Kieran Fair, call sign Razer. Razer is in his 3rd year on the team, having previously flown as Red 2. Razer from the UK is an IT technician and in his free time enjoys 3D modelling and graphic design. His opposite number on the left-hand side, smoking on the left, is Red 5, Henrik Abrahamsson, call sign Traxx. Traxx is from Sweden and in his 2nd season with the team. He works as an airport airside officer and in his spare time enjoys gaming, glider flying and amateur radio. You can now see that Red 7 has moved to the left, putting all the odd numbers on the left and all the even numbers on the right, as we present our first big wing shaped called Signet.
Smoke on. Go. Letting it out. Reversing. Left. Now. Holding the bank. Now. Name. Smoke off. Go. Letting it out. Rolling.
You can hear in that radio transmission the commands of Red 1 to the rest of the team. You can almost be forgiven for thinking that his commands are very robotic and quite monotone in his delivery. That's because we fly our formation by ear as well as by eye. And that means that Red 7 and Red 8 on the outside of the formation are putting in their inputs just a little bit earlier than the rest of the team. This allows the whole wing to move as one, as you've just seen them moving to the right, rather than the ripple effect going down the wing.
Smoke off. Go.
You can now see that the centre section gather back once again, with Red 7 in trail for one of the most popular, if not the most popular manoeuvres of our display. VIAF, get your cameras ready as the red arrows ride the storm in Tornado.
Roll. Go.
7 and 8, roll, go, and the aboard call is made by Red 7 as Red 7 rolls around the rest of the formation in the start of the Tornado. But of course, Red 1 doesn't want to make it too easy for the rest of the formation, so watch for that colour change. As the red and blue smoke comes on, the team bends around to the right, making it even more difficult for Red 7 to keep that roll rate and rhythm going. You may be able to see on the front section of the formation, their air brakes are out. That's the small door at the bottom of the aircraft at the base towards the back. This means that the pilot in that section are now flying with a higher throttle setting and thereby producing a hotter exhaust gas temperature. This makes the smoke burn a lot more brightly. It also distributes the airflow outside of the back of the aircraft, making the smoke billow out fuller. And therefore we use it in certain manoeuvres throughout the display to enhance those manoeuvres.
Go. 4, 5.
The team is now getting into dagger formation as we come to the end of the first half and we move into the second half, which is the more high-paced, dynamic, jaw-dropping, heart-pumping formation flying involving 2 distinct sections. We have Reds 1 through 5. They are known as Enid, named after Enid Blyton's famous 5 from the Children's series books. And then we have Red 6 and 7, and the missing Red 8, named Hannah, named after squadron leader Ray Hannah, one of the first members of the Red Arrows. He was also attributed to taking the team from a 7 to a 9 and forming our trademark Diamond 9.
Letting it out. Rolling. Smoke on. Go.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, look directly to your front, see the nose light in the distance and get yourself ready for the second half. This is Detonator.
Go.
Enid braking first, followed by Hannah with Red 6 off to the left and Red 6 off to the right. You may have heard in that radio transmission a tone. That is actually Red 6 giving the commands to Red 7 to brake. And this allows Red 6 to communicate with Hannah formation without stepping on the voice commands of Red 1. We now have the synchro pair, Red 6 off to the left, Red 7 off to the right, led by Red 6, the synchro leader. That's Red 6, Brett Skerry, call sign Magpie. Magpie is from Scotland and first joined the team in 2012. Magpie is in his third year as a synchro leader. In his spare time, he enjoys recording music and writing. The synchro pair now facing each other at only 100 feet above the ground, with a closing speed of over 800 miles per hour as they aim to pass in the middle of the display line. Now passing with only 100 feet between each aircraft, and each aircraft performing a 4-point hesitation roll. Turn is the call from Red 6, as now each aircraft turning away from the display line, pulling hard back towards the centre of the airfield with up to 6G as they complete a manoeuvre called Cyclone.
Darren. Whoa, good. Go. Go.
Smoke on.
As the synchro pair leaves to our front, look in the distance to your far left-hand side, you can see the trail of white smoke as Enid now puts themselves into an inverted V position. At this point, Red 8 would normally be lining up with Enid to pass through the formation in a manoeuvre we call the Goose. Red 1 gathers the rest of the formation and brings him around to the left with the red, white and blue smoke on. As the aircraft pass, you might be able to see a small tank under the belly of the aircraft. It looks like a fuel tank. It's actually the smoke pod. That smoke pod produces 5 minutes of white smoke, 1 minute of red smoke and 1 minute of blue smoke. Each of these colours is selectable by an individual button on the pilot's control column. During our winter training, the coordination between Red 1 and Red 6 ensures that we have the right colour at the right time in the display, and we also don't run out.
Enid, smoke off. Go. That's good timing, boss.
As the smoke comes off for Enid, look directly to your front, and once again you've got Red 6 and Red 7 running in with 7 in trail. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, get your cameras ready for the world famous Red Arrows Synchro Heart.
Smoke on. Go.
Oh, yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, give Hannah Formation a wonderful round of applause for a fantastic heart over the skies at VIAF. Now keep your eyes once again on the synchro pair. Red 7 off to the right, Red 6 off to the left. They will dive down once again to only 100 feet above the ground. They've got a closing speed of over 800 miles per hour. They'll perform a series of opposition barrel rolls towards each other at only 100 feet above the ground in a manoeuvre called the double rolls.
Cool. Go.
As the synchro pair leaves again, look to your far right hand side now with Enid pulling up. The red and blue smoke come on as they perform a series of barrel rolls through the sky, leaving a snake-like smoke trail. This is a manoeuvre we like to call the Python.
Holding the bank now. Holding the bank now. Letting it out.
Enid, smoke off, go. Synchro, smoke on, go. That's good timing, boss.
Once again, looking to our left and right as the Synchro pair run back in with their smoke trailing. Each aircraft will perform a 360-degree aileron roll.
Threshold. Roll, go. Pull, go.
Pull, go is the call from Red 6 as each aircraft now pull up, achieving 5 to 6G, trying to mirror each other on the way up. That means each one of them is now weighing 5 to 6 times heavier than what you and I would experience standing on the ground. They reach a height of over 2,500 feet and now are inverted at 60 degrees nose down as they try to mirror each other in a manoeuvre called Boomerang.
Threshold. Roll, go.
Once again, Red 6 tones to Red 7 to turn rear towards the crowd. In the distance on the left-hand side, you can see Enid running back in with the white smoke in trail. Once again, Red 1 pulls Enid up at over 400 miles per hour and at 4G. Twisting to the right in celebration of His Majesty's coronation, King Charles III last year. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, get your cameras ready for the Enid coronation vertical break.
Enid. Break, break, go. Smoke off.
As Enid leave to the front, the show is still not over. Look to your right hand side. Hannah, that's Red 6 and 7 running back in from your right hand side with Red 6, white smoke and trail. Red 6 rolls inverted, 7 roll go is the call as Red 7 rolls around the smoke of Red 6 in the corkscrew. Smoking blue is Red 7, that's Jake Allison, call sign Swift. Swift, also from the UK, is in his 5th season with the team, having previously flown as Red 3, 5 and 9. In his free time, Swift enjoys photography and flying his drone.
And a smoke off go, Enid. Smoke off go. That's good timing.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, look to your right hand side. Enid coming back in, white smoke and trail.
Two and three. Roll. Go.
2 and 3, roll go is the command from Red 1 as Red 2 and 3 roll around to the outside. Clear go is the comm as Red 4 and 5 roll around to the outside in one of the hardest manoeuvres for our new pilots each year to master. This is rollbacks.
Clear. Go. Complete.
A little bit right. Now. Holding.
Enid, smoke off, go. Synchro, smoke on, go.
As Enid finishes their rollbacks to the left, look directly to your front now. You've got Hannah running back in, trailing their white smoke. 7 roll go is the command as Red 7 smokes blue and rolls around Red 6. Once again, get your cameras ready for the Hannah vortex break. Once again, Red 6 off to the left, Red 7 off to the right. Keep your eye on the Synchro pair as they pull up at about 30 degrees nose up, climbing to 1,000 feet before they dive back down again to the ground for their final manoeuvre of the show. Once again, they'll dive down to 100 feet at a closing speed of over 800 miles per hour. A series of opposition barrel rolls will follow towards each other, followed by inverted flight to leave the display area in the crossbow.
Pull, go.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, look directly to your front once again as Enid come back in with the white smoke in trail.
Take vertical recovery, straight ahead right.
2, 6.
1. Rolling.
The red smoke comes on from red 1. He rolls around the rest of the formation, leaving the infinity symbol in the sky. This is the infinity break. VIAF, it's been an absolute honour and a pleasure. Please put your hands together for the virtual Red Arrows. Ladies and gentlemen, we'd like to thank you all for being here for our display today. We hope you enjoyed watching our display here at the Virtual International Air Festival. We would also like to extend our thanks to all of the support staff and the event organisers who have helped make this display happen. Red 1 now just popping his smoke on to gather the rest of the formation back together as they form up for one final flyby.
1 smoke.
Coming left now. Holding the bank now. Tightening.
Yes, we are on aboard.
Thank you. Touch of power.
In their 2024 season, the Royal Air Force aerobatic team, the Red Arrows, celebrated their own 60th anniversary and visited Canada in a 5-week tour named Maple Hawk. The visit to Canada included dynamic displays, colourful flypasts and ground engagement tours across Canada. It was a joy to watch and also a fantastic way to highlight the close and enduring relationships between the two air forces.
Air brakes held. Go. Touch of power.
And with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, now look to your right-hand side. The formation is running back in with the white smoke shortly in trail to celebrate the Royal Canadian Air Force centenary in a flypast called Maple Flag.
Maple flag.
2.
Colour on. Go.
As the red smoke comes on, the formation bends to the right in a salute to our Canadian friends.
Oh, dang.
It's been an absolute pleasure performing for you today here at the Virtual International Air Festival, ladies and gentlemen. To find out more about us, head over to our website, virtualredarrows.com. You can also keep up to date with the team through our various social media pages. Once again, on behalf of the team and support staff, we thank you for being here today, and we hope you enjoyed our show.